A very warm welcome to tonight's broadcast. Always a pleasure to have your company. The news in detail with me, Gloria Mutesi. We start off tonight's edition by informing you that President Paul Kagame has chaired a cabinet meeting that, among other things, discussed measures in the continued fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The meeting was held virtually as infections and fatalities continue to rise. The virus has killed 598 people since it was first detected in the country in March last year. Top officials in the Ministry of Health recently announced that there is irrefutable evidence that the Delta variant of COVID-19 virus is now in Rwanda, and this latest cabinet meeting is expected to adopt new measures to deal with the speed at which the virus is spreading. Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Minister Vincent Biruta on Wednesday participated in the inauguration of the Embassy of Qatar's new premises. He commended the country's excellent bilateral relations and said that this event marks another milestone in the joint efforts to further expand Rwanda and Qatar cooperation. Cooperation between the two countries has been growing since 2017 with the signing of cooperation agreements at various levels, especially in trade and investment. Earlier this year, Rwanda and Qatar signed a double taxation avoidance agreement that intends to deepen economic cooperation between the two countries and to further develop economic relationships to boost trade and investment flows between the two countries. In other news, on July 12th in Abu Dhabi, the government of Rwanda signed with the Abu Dhabi Development Fund a loan agreement worth $15 million for the rehabilitation of 22-kilometer Rambura-Nyanje Road section of the Rubengera-Muhanga Road upgrading project. The construction of the Rambura-Nyanje Road and completion of the Rubengera-Muhanga Road will promote trade, increase mobility and reduce transport costs by facilitating regional mobility of both goods and people. In addition, the road will contribute towards provision of efficient transport by improving the road transport sector and the realization of NST1 targets. The agreement was signed by Ambassador of Rwanda to the United Arab Emirates, Ambassador Emmanuel Hategeka, on behalf of the government of Rwanda, and His Excellency Mohammed Saif Al Suwaid, the Director General of the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development. Speaking after the signing, Ambassador Hategeka said, and I quote, "Improving Rwanda's road infrastructure was a key pillar of the success of Rwanda's Vision 2020 and will continue to be as we implement Vision 2050. Strengthening the connection of our rural and urban centers contributes to so many aspects of our national and economic and social development agenda, touching everything from the small and medium enterprises, trade, travel and tourism to food security. We have established good cooperation with the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development and the United Arab Emirates and greatly value their support in this important infrastructure development program. The Rambura-Nyanje Road project is a section of the 61.15-kilometer Rubengera-Muhanga Road connecting the southern and the western provinces. It's expected to support transport, agriculture, and tourism sectors to enhance economic and social development by raising the efficient transportation between cities, enhancing traffic safety, and improve the population's access to various government services. To health matters now, nutrition and pediatric experts say the fact that a mother has contracted COVID-19 should not be a reason to stop breastfeeding their child. It should rather be done while taking into consideration additional hygiene and preventive measures in order not to infect the baby. Alphonsine Uwayezu from Gikondo sector in Chichichiro district says she was not able to continue breastfeeding her child when she was COVID-19 positive.
I went
to the Plateau hospital at about 3 a.m. and I tested positive for COVID-19. I immediately informed the people at home. My children tested negative though. I couldn't breastfeed my baby because they kept pulling off the mask, so the neighbors took the baby. I'm now completely fine, and when I resumed breastfeeding, my baby refused at first but later started to breastfeed again. Caroline Ichiriza, the director of Kabusunzu Health Center in Nyarugenge district, says among the people who have come to test for COVID-19 include the nursing mothers. For every 25 people that we test, 15 are found positive, or for every 9 tests conducted, 7 of them are positive. When we get breastfeeding mothers who are positive, we regard that as a special case, and we find ways to help them protect the child from getting infected and advise the mother on ways that can be done. Some nursing mothers say they are concerned with the rising numbers of COVID-19 cases and deaths, and they are now more cautious of the virus and are protecting their children from getting infected. My child is 3 months old. Before breastfeeding, I wash my hands with clean water and soap. I also ask my husband to sanitize before he enters the house, and I avoid my baby to be carried by so many people. I sanitize with clean water and soap, even if we are from the vaccination, and I still have taken all the precautions. I observed the social distancing. It would be terrible if my 3-month-old baby got COVID-19. That's why I take all the precautions. Nathan Nyakairu, a nutritionist at Kibagabaga Hospital, says that COVID-19 positive mothers should continue to breastfeed because it increases the immunity of their babies.
icyo kwitaho muri icyo gihe nyine nuko umubyeyi agomba kugerageza uburyo bwose yirinda kwanduza umwana niba arwaye.
What the main focus should be is for the mother to protect their child from getting infected by wearing their masks, sanitizing all the time before holding the baby. They shouldn't touch their breasts. The only time a mother should stop breastfeeding is when they have Ebola. But with COVID-19, they should continue breastfeeding. Contrary to popular belief, breast milk can't infect the child with COVID-19. It actually helps to protect the baby from the virus.
Binyuranye nuko abantu bashobora kwibwira ko amashereka ashobora kwanduza umwana, ahubwo ni ingamba yo kurinda umwana kwandura.
Nyakairo also says that for mothers who are too weak to breastfeed, the breast milk can be pumped and given to the child, and even formula milk can be used as an alternative. Statistics from the Ministry of Health in Rwanda show that there are infants who have tested positive from COVID-19, including 2 that succumbed to the virus aged 2 months and 5 days old. Now, those in need of financial services are encouraged to seek them digitally as one of the measures of stopping the spread of coronavirus. This comes as bankers say they get infected with the virus due to the exchange of money. Ghislaine Mugwaneza has more.
Mbonyishudi Fidel works in Isako in Gasawa district. He says during this pandemic, he has understood that the exchange of money is one of the ways of spreading this virus and endeavors to use technology instead.
The first thing is to be extra cautious. When you get to the bank, you try as much as possible to avoid touching things because money moves a lot. So you deposit your money and the rest you use on your phone.
Bank managers say that all measures have been followed to ensure the safety of their employees and clients, attesting to the fact that their staffs have been vaccinated.
We urge our staff to get tested immediately. They feel sick. And if one is found to be positive, then we test everyone else. However, 98% of our staff has been vaccinated.
The Minister of Trade and Industry, Beata Habyarimana, has urged the general public, especially those in the financial sector, to embrace the use of technology. We always encourage people that technology can help us not to exchange money. There is a card system for those who already have bank accounts. We also urge those in the markets, shops and boutiques that these phones we have can be used with MomoPay and other apps. These are things that one can easily use, which would help us and be a reliable way, but also implement them. As the coronavirus cases continue to increase, embracing technology in the financial sector is being seen as a way of decreasing the spread of the virus.
Staying on COVID-19 related issues, some traders that were fined for non-compliance of the measures in place to fight COVID-19 in Huye district have said that the election of leaders among them in charge of overseeing the implementation of these measures will help them in ensuring that they are respected. Ghislaine continues with the story.
Each leader is to oversee 5 to 6 shops, with markets to be overseen by several of these leaders. The PSF representative in Huye district, Ejid Kaitasile, has noted that these business groups will help in reminding traders to comply with measures.
In order to keep on reminding each other and do follow-up, we decided to create these business communities. Every businessman and woman must have a group they belong to, which is supervised, and their leader must ensure that the measures are respected, and all members are also to remind each other.
Traders that were fined due to non-compliance with the measures in place to fight the spread of COVID have said that the fines and temporary closure of their businesses have affected them.
In business, when you are fined 700,000 Rwandan francs that you did not plan for, it is a big loss to the motel and other people.
The chosen local leaders of the business groups are usually regular market vendors. They said that they will work in cooperation with their fellows and respect the measures which will not only protect their lives, but also help them to avoid fines.
There will be enough campaigns and they will be seeing them. As a matter of fact, there are people we are always together with. If we are about to see people getting closer to each other than they should be, and they are about to get fined, we will remind them before they get punished.
The Huye District Mayor Andre Sewuteje has appreciated the PSF initiative of forming the groups, a thing he says will reduce the number of COVID-19 infections and the fines associated with not respecting the measures in place.
They have formed business community groups and each group has got a leader. There are 39 groups in this town and they were given ID cards so that they can carry out their duties with an aim of reminding the traders to comply with the measures as well as their customers in order to reduce the number of infections and the fines charged to those who do not respect the measures.
Generally, this action of business community formation has officially started in Huye town and 39 business communities were formed. According to Huye district, 98 million francs were charged as fines to those that do not respect measures in place to fight COVID-19.
In other news, over 700 former combatants of the armed groups operating from the Democratic Republic of Congo who are undergoing training at the Mutobo Demobilization and Reintegration Center in Musanze district say this will be beneficial for themselves, their family, and the country at large. Gabi continues with the details.
The former combatants of the armed groups that operate from forests in the Democratic Republic of Congo from categories 67, 68 and 69 are undergoing training over the next 6 months. This training program is facilitated by the Rwanda Demobilization and Reintegration Commission in collaboration with other agencies. The RDRC chairperson, Honorable Valerie Nyirahabineza, highlights the reasons why this training is important. We want the beneficiaries to acquire various skills that will not only impact positively their families, but also their communities, and that will help grow the economy. Some of the beneficiaries of this program have expressed appreciation for the initiative, saying it will positively impact both themselves and their families.
We have warmly welcomed this training because we know these skills shall help us in our communities when we leave.
This program will facilitate me and my family's development and will make the transition easier. They continue to appreciate the warm welcome to Rwanda and the good leadership the country has.
cyane cyane ariko tugashimira umubyeyi nyakubahwa Perezida.
We extend our gratitude to the Rwanda Demobilization and Reintegration Commission and the President of the Republic of Rwanda for warmly welcoming us. We stay thankful.
We are thankful to the government for initiating this program, for thinking about us and teaching us these various vocational disciplines. The RDRC chairperson, Honorable Valerie Nyirahabineza, has advised the beneficiaries so that the training can produce the desired effect. The message we are giving is to always uphold a high degree of discipline and to actively participate in nation building. Using the skills they would have acquired at the end of the training, they should change these ideologies and understand that they too can benefit from the government programs. The training programs include construction, plumbing, embroidery, mechanics, welding, grooming, agriculture, and animal husbandry. Gabi Muvunyi, reporting for RTV News.
We will leave it at that for today. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Enjoy the rest of the programming. Of course, not forgetting to remind you that it's our responsibility, you and I, to stop the spread of the pandemic. I'll do my part, and I hope you do yours too. Otherwise, God bless you and keep you. And until next time, I'm Gloria Mutisi. Bye for now.